Hey, Rec here. In today's video, I decided to chill and take on Mario Kart DS's Retro Grand Prix. The Nitro courses are also already recorded, but I'm saving them for a video later down the line, so stay tuned for that. Also, some of you may notice that my audio is much better this time around. I got a new audio setup to use for now and the future, so I hope you enjoy it. And hey, if you find yourself coming back around the track on the regular, why not stay enjoying the Wrecking Crew? Like, share, and subscribe. It's free and it always helps out the channel as we make the push towards 100 subscribers as our first goal. For those who are new, be sure to check out my channel and watch my welcome to the channel video to get the rundown on how my content works. Now, let's not waste any more time and hit the racetrack. I'm going to start with the Retro Cup because I like to do all these first since there's no Rainbow Road at the end. So we'll go from there. Okay. Oh boy, I'm driving all over the place. That is a horrible start. Hey, wow, I gotta get into this. Let's use the bullet bill. Actually, I should have probably cut through something. Oh well. Oh lord. Alright, first race complete. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, these CPUs are pretty hard. If it makes sense, this is 150, so normally they're pretty hard on this mode. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. Come on. Alright, mushrooms. Oh boy. Ow! Oh, got a flying shell. You know, speaking of flying shell, does anyone else find it strange how Nintendo really insists on it being called the spiny shell? And, you know, I'm curious, what did you all call it when you were growing up? Because, you know, I started with Double Dash as a kid. You know, that's what my mom and I would play a lot. And anytime, you know, the blue shell would come, ow. Anytime the blue shell would come, we would just call it the flying shell because at that time it had wings. So I'm curious, you know, what did you call it when you were growing up? Do you use Nintendo's official term? Do you use the spiny shell? Because I certainly don't. I either say blue shell or flying shell, depending on the game. If it's the wingless one, I just say the blue shell. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to snake, but Luigi's very slippery. I could play as Dry Bones, but I'm not going to do that. I want to play as Luigi. Alright. Oh, okay, got greens here. Oh, I missed him. Oh, got him. Oops. That was a bad aim. Ah, Bowser! It's always Bowser that's a pain in my side in these games. And his little henchman, Dry Bones. Look at him. Trying so hard to keep up. Uh-oh, I hear a red shell. Oh! Oh no! Come on. Whew. Alright, oh. Oh. Alright, we won. Not bad. Not bad at all. You know, it's funny, playing this, the drifting mechanic works very similar to, well, I should say the mini-turbo mechanic is very similar to double dashes! Game, stop hitting me so I could talk about stuff! This is exactly why it's so hard to talk about things when you're playing Mario Kart, because there's always something happening every time you turn! Yeah, that's right, get bombed. You get shelled too, Bowser, just because I don't like you. You know what? Just that. I'm gonna drop bomb too. Alright, go away, Dry Bones. Ow! Why do you always have the most perfect You know what? Yeah, get blue shelled. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I missed the item boxes. That's not good. Oh boy. Oh. Ah! No. Stop it. Frickin'. Dry Bones and Bowser are coming up, which, by the way, I do not have the map on the screen. No! Dry Bones, don't you dare! No! Well, so much for my fully first streak. Well, that sucks. 1 star. And then I'll do the Nitro track one as a separate video. Lord have mercy. Ooh boy. You know, seeing all these tracks, I really got to go back to Super Mario Kart, and I got to play that one too. I've never played it a bunch growing up or even lately, but now that it's on NSO, I can actually play it, which is great. It's very slippery. And you're not going to make it any better, are you, Blooper? Good grief. Oh boy. Oh! Oh man. Oh, that was pretty good. It's funny how you can bounce in place even when you're blown out like that. That's funny. I forgot about that. This is Frappe Snowland that has wants to be stingy about what you can cut through. But hey, at least that won't be the case in Mario Kart World, am I right? You could cut through all sorts of stuff in Knockout Tour. Nice big swaths of things, which is going to be great for items like the golden mushroom. Bullet bills probably not so much since they have to stay on the road, but yeah. Oh, come on, turn, turn, turn. Oh, it's so slippery, and with Luigi's handling, it does not make it any better. Alright, this time I won't do that. Oh boy, oh! Well, someone got hurt. Oh no. Come on. Red shell. Oh, the flying shell returns. Is that Bowser again? Oh my gosh. Bowser, go away! Oh, no, not the blooper, go away! Ugh. At least the blooper's not so bad because I can look at my map on the gamepad. Which, yes, I'm playing this on Wii U. Because it's much easier for my hands to hold this big gamepad than it is a little DS. Alrighty, not bad. Ah! No. I really hate when they start doing that with walls. You bump into them. Thankfully, with DS, it wasn't too bad. It was Wii that became a real nuisance with bumping into walls and just totally stopping all your momentum. It's one of the reasons why I don't really care for Wii that much. I'm used to a flow with my Mario Kart games, and unfortunately, Wii does not really have a good flow. At least, I don't feel it does for me. I don't really blame people who do enjoy it, though. I think Wii's a perfectly fine title. Oh no! No, please make it. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Not bad, not bad at all. You want to know something funny? I love Baby Park in Double Dash. Hated it in every other game. And oh, ouch. And the reason why is because it really only felt like a track that worked in Double Dash because of the item mechanics with the chain chomp, giant Bowser shell, and just all the chaos and a bunch of items being on the floor. You just don't really capture that same feeling with a lot of other
versions of Baby Park, which I think has only been in 8 and DS. Oh, obviously in DS it's a lot more boring. If you've seen my Double Dash video and portions of Baby Park there, you'll see that it feels a lot faster and more chaotic than it does here. Stop hitting me! Can I talk about things in peace? Ugh. No. Please. No. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey, you can still do that. Come on, really? The game is punishing me for talking. It's like, don't do that. Ooh. Oh boy. You know, it's kind of funny because most of the retro tracks in in DS are very flat. They're just a bunch of turns, and it's a shame. You know, I remember people really complaining about Mario Circuit 3 and 8, which, yeah, I somewhat understand because it feels like it's the most loved Mario Circuit from the SNES, which, I mean, I don't really blame them. It's a good Mario Circuit. I personally like 2 the most, but and 4. I think 4 is pretty good, and I'd like to see it redone, but Mario Circuit 4 ain't getting much love, so that's a womp womp. I remember them complaining about Mario Circuit 3 and 8 because it was just a flat track with turns. And my view, well, I was a bit biased because I was wanting a SNES Mario Circuit of some kind in the Booster Course Pass for 8. Not because I particularly like driving on the tracks a lot. I mean, like I do, but they're not like one of my favorite tracks. It's only because I love the music so much, which, well, I guess it is just a really iconic track. I mean, you see it in my intro to my videos, and like I use the background from 8 and how it looks there. So, you know, I really just like it because of the music, honestly. Like, that song is just so good. And that's why you see it in my ending outro. Wait, what? Oh my gosh. Are you telling me this was the game that started that nonsense? Oh my gosh. That makes me very upset. So, for reference, in Double Dash, if I was hit by a blue shell, or if I was hit by a red shell, then a blue shell, it would be stacked. I would flip and then get bombed upward. But what happened just there is a lot of like what happens in 8 and stuff, where if you get hit by an item, it cancels out the power of the blue shell. And I'm really, really hoping World does not do that and that the blue shell actually fully punishes them. Because it's very annoying if you're like in second place in like 8. And like, I didn't know a flying shell was coming, and I throw my red shell, and by the time I throw it and say they're way in the lead, I'm like, oh, now the blue shell, you know, is trying to get to them, but my red shell hits them first. They get hit by the blue shell, but it doesn't matter, because the hit stun is totally canceled out by the iframes given by the red shell. So I always preferred how Double Dash did it. I don't remember if Wii was similar. I'm pretty sure they kept it to be where even if you're hit from a red shell, you still explode into the air, which is nice. But I win. Not much is happening in these races. But hey, at least you get to hear me talk if you're into that. I've been experimenting with a lot of different editing styles, really trying to nail something down. So, you know, any feedback on what you like most on a, you know, a video, or maybe you like a mix of things. Maybe you like it when I focus more on certain edits and funny edits and stuff, and then maybe you like it when I focus on just more of my commentary. The only thing I do warn is when it comes to commentary stuff, I do tend to get pretty tired after playing for, you know, about an hour. and it becomes harder for my mind to focus on the game and commentate. Peach, you little... Anyways, as time goes on, it becomes a little bit harder for me to focus on commentating and driving, because my brain only has the ability to focus on two separate things for an extended period of time, and reasons being, I'll keep that to myself. But there are reasons. My mind is probably not as capable as some people, where they can do that for a very long time. Or maybe you all struggle with that and I'm not alone. Oh! Ah! Okay, Rec, focus on driving on the road, don't drive into a tree. Oh! Man. Okay. Ah! I think I'm making some pretty good distance here. Missing a lot of boxes though, but it doesn't matter, because snaking is very powerful in this. Oh boy. I missed those mushrooms. Dadgummit. Oh. Oh. Whew. I win. Yeah, Bowser, go away. Ow! Oh, nice to see some double dash tracks. But they really, they really nerfed some of those double dash tracks. They're not nearly as good as they were in the original. Ow. Like, you can't go up on the bridge here. Like, what's that? I hate when they simplified things down. Because, like, they got rid of a lot of the alternate paths. Like, you can't go in that pipe anymore. Peach, why? Maybe that was just my fault. Maybe I was just being dumb there. But I could have sworn she just swerved out to get me. Why do that's another thing. The red shells really attack you from very weird angles here. But I think they used... That's kind of like how it was in Wii. Not really a huge fan of that. I'm thinking I probably want to make a tier list of what my favorite Mario Kart game is after I go back through and play a lot of them. Because DS is up there for me. I like it a lot more than Wii, for instance. But yeah, I know, I dunk on Wii a lot. And believe me, I was someone that, like, when I was a kid, like, a little story time here. When I was a kid, I was so hyped for Wii, because up to that point, when as a kid, like, I had played 64 and I don't think I played Super Mario Kart at the time, but I did own Double Dash and Super Mario Kart Super Circuit, excuse me. And I really just okay. I really got used to the, how it was. And I don't know why I thought it was such a big deal, because I played Super Circuit, but there was something about Wii that I guess, like, I remember telling my mom, I was like, Mom, look, you get to just drive as one driver, it's not two anymore. And I remember my mom being like, oh, that doesn't sound as fun. But I was really excited. I wanted it for my birthday, so I got, like, the edition with, like, the Wii wheel and everything, like the whole pack-in thing. And I got it for my birthday. I forget how old I was, but I was so excited for it. And until I realized how brutal it was compared to Double Dash. And it's not that Double Dash isn't brutal. I know for a lot of beginners it's extremely hard to get into it. And I really don't blame people. But there's something about Wii's really harsh stop and go that makes it, I feel, much harder for me to get into. I kind of like momentum being carried over. And DS has this a bit too, that you've probably seen, where, like, if I'm going pretty fast and I get hit by a red shell, I slide forward. I prefer that. And thankfully they've been bringing that back for Double Dash. And in 8 it was somewhat there, but again it was more of how Wii did it. And I just am not really a fan of the physics in Wii, personally. It just feels very weird. So, speaking of things I don't like, I am going to say another controversial take, and you can all be mad if you want. I won't blame you, but I think Banshee Boardwalk is a garbage track. Like, even in a game where, like, I feel like the mechanics are a bit better, I still don't care for it. It's just, no. It's just so boring. People get on me about, oh, Mario, the SNES and Mario Circuit's so boring, and I'm like, how's Banshee Boardwalk any better? It's just a bunch of turns and stuff, and there's nothing much going on. The music's nothing exciting. I mean, there's really nothing going on for it. I mean, the only thing I could say I like about it is the atmosphere, and that's really about it. I just don't understand why people like it so much, and they wanted it back in the Booster Course Pass. I just don't get it. And it's absolute hell in, in Mario Kart 64, so I don't really understand it from that point of view either. So yeah, there's another controversial take for you. Yeah, feel free to skin me alive. I mean, it's fine. Everybody has their favorites, for whatever reason. And hey, if, Banshee Boardwalk is your favorite, I'd be curious to hear your reasons. Maybe there's something I'm not understanding about it that I hadn't thought of before. So, if you're watching this and you see that, totally tell me, what makes it special. Or, share that maybe you're another one that doesn't like it, like me. So, whichever. Okay. Oh boy, are you ready for another really hot take? I am going to have a lot of Mario Kart people hate me, which is ironic since I'm going into this. But here, I have another controversial take for you. I don't like Sky Garden. It's not the worst track or anything. I don't have like a hate towards it, but I just never cared for it. And I remember playing Super Circuit as a kid, and I didn't like it. So, and I actually like the 8 version of it more. I feel like it's just, I don't know. One of the things I didn't like about the original Sky Garden is it's kind of easy to get confused and wonder if you're, driven the same part before. And I know some of you may disagree, but I gotta be honest. I just don't care for it. Oh. I prefer 8's version because I feel like they cut out the fat and just made it into what I feel like the meat of it is. And they added some interesting things with like the leaves that you could jump on with the vine stalks and stuff, which is cool. And then why did I almost drive into that? But yeah, so there's another controversial take for you to then take it, skin me alive. The thing is, I just don't really care. I've always been someone that's had my own thoughts, and I often go against the mainstream thought process. I've always been someone that's been more. I've had my own thoughts on things, and I'm not afraid to share it. But I'm also aware that if I do that people will probably get aggressive towards me, and that's fine too. So I will have no offense if you say, Rek, how could you like the Mario Kart 8 version of that, the Sky Garden, you fool? And then you go on this long litany of reasons why the original was better, and more power to you. You want to list out the stuff and make an argument, you're more than welcome to. And I'll be honest, I wouldn't argue with you. It'd be like, all right, I totally understand. I mean, look, I can get why some people don't. Wait, hold on, can I do this? Oh, I can. In Mario Kart 8, that's a bullet extension area, but not here. And look at this. You see that opening there? If you saw my Double Dash video, there's a tunnel that you can go into and you pop out like around here. Well, it was removed in this version, and it's also not in 8, which also sucks. Why do they do this? I really don't understand why they simplify things down to such a simplistic take on things. You know, I really hate how all those green shells just missed. I mean, it was just tapping that that dry bones. Ow. Okay. But you know, I kind of want to talk again about my favorite Mario Kart games. Double Dash is my favorite, and I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but I'm going to mention it again. Double Dash is my favorite, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is my second favorite, and then Mario Kart 64 is my third. If I had to place something after it, I think DS would be my fourth favorite. I don't know, it's got Double Dash mechanics to it that I think in a kind of a more modern feel. The only thing I feel that that DS that DS doesn't really have that I don't, or I cannot talk. I gotta really gather my thoughts again. And of course I'm gonna lose my train of thought. That's just wonderful. Well, the video's over anyways. Well, so much for that. But I was going to say, I just feel like Mario Kart DS is a little bit too slippery with some of the control and handling and stuff. It just feels very slippery. But in any case, thank you all for watching this video, and I hope to see you again soon. After this video, I'll probably do something on Mario Kart 64, so look forward to that. And yeah, see you around.